Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and you might have heard about that new studio opened up for Apex Legends in Wisconsin, and the question is, does that have to do with Apex Legends Mobile, which according to the CEO has actually been reimagined for the future and will be coming back? Does it have to do with the game moving over from the source over to an Unreal Engine creating Apex Legends 2, or is it something to do with the ALGS build which has been discontinued? And we're going to talk about all that today. We're also going to give out 45 bucks. All you gotta do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So today's video is going to start with a little bit of a wild topic, but we are getting the new collection event trailer this morning. Respawn put out a little bit of a teaser saying if their tweet got 10k likes, they would go ahead and introduce the swimsuit skin, and well, it did it in about 10 minutes, and they said that they would have a trailer for us today. It'll launch in a few hours from the release of this video, but until then, let's go ahead and actually talk about what this event means for the future of Apex Legends, because it has a little bit more of an interesting side to it. Now, most of you are aware that there is a brand new Respawn studio set up in Wisconsin devoted entirely to improving the game of Apex Legends. This needs to happen because, well, Respawn by EA is making a bunch of Star Wars games as well, and will have a lot of work on their plate. Now, something really interesting about it is to lead the new studio, Respawn has hired Ryan Burnett as the studio director, and he previously had worked on Epic Games as the director of engine production along with Call of Duty. And it's important to know there with the engine production, a lot of that was used with Unreal, and that's where a lot of his experience lies. Now, the question that everyone seems to be having pop up in their mind is, does this mean we are going to be getting an Apex Legends 2? Because Counter-Strike just announced their sequel to their game. It will be using a Source 2 engine, which is pretty similar to the Source engine that Apex Legends currently uses, although the one that Apex is on is much more outdated, and it features unique upgrades, such as the fact that they will actually have accurate audio, something Apex Legends fans have been waiting for a very long time. Not to mention, another very popular game in the same genre of Battle Royale as Apex Legends also recently did something like this with Fortnite, upgrading to Unreal Engine 5.1, and it allowed for players to enjoy the game a lot more than they currently had. However, Apex Legends is a little bit behind the ball, and this puts a lot of pressure on them to upgrade the game. However, Ryan Burnett being hired is likely not going to be directly for an Apex Legends 2, because we do know that Apex Legends Mobile is something that they are working on. EA CEO Andrew Wilson indicated in a call to investors that Apex Legends Mobile biggest problem, it didn't feel deeply connected to the broader franchise, aka Apex Legends on PC and console. He then went on to actually directly say EA is already shifting course and that they've learned a great deal and have plans for a reimagined connected Apex Mobile experience in the future. The reason this is important is because Apex Mobile, when it was developed by Tencent, the studio that EA worked with, used Unreal to create that game. EA now has the code for Apex Legends Mobile, which is all once again using the engine of Unreal. And like I said, that new studio head, Ryan Burnett, is very well versed in Unreal Engine. The reason this is important, that new studio is working only on Apex Legends content. As stated by Andrew Wilson, they are going to make an Apex Legends with cross progression that goes into the main game so that if you play on the mobile version, you are literally playing with your account that's on PC or console. And it allows them to have direct control over it, very similar to what actually Call of Duty Mobile does, which is the exact same thing as I just mentioned, because EA wants to tap into the revenue from the mobile market. But the question is, are we getting an Apex Legends 2 very similar to Counter-Strike and Fortnite? I think we're going to be waiting quite a bit longer, because right now Apex Legends on PC and console is incredibly profitable. In fact, they're selling swimsuit skins because they know how much money it's going to make. Now, I believe the developers at Respawn would love to create an Apex Legends 2 because they can improve upon a lot of the issues within the game. However, when EA looks at it from a monetary position, they're not going to want to spend money on something to rebuild it when they're already raking in enough money. There's no incentive for them to do this until it's absolutely needed, which they probably don't think it is. It's always possible that Respawn developers are pitching it and that they're already starting to lay the groundwork for it, but it's just not something that I think they're actively engaging on right now. Before we even get an Apex Legends 2, there still needs to be the implementation of cross progression on a whole for PC and console, which does seem to be closing that gap because they do want to do something like that with mobile, and that's already in the works. But we also need the next gen update, which I believe Apex is the last main title that is an absolute juggernaut in terms of viewership and player count that still doesn't have 120 frames on next gen systems. And all that will have to come far before we ever get a complete rework and rebuild of the game. But one little last quick thing I wanted to go over with you guys is a lot of people have been seeing this lock-on screen for a lock-on warning, and they think it's the smart pistol coming into the game. This actually is a glitch that's coming in early, and that is going to be for Ballistic's Tactical, who is going to be the Season 17 legend. Funny enough, his Tactical actually has a lock-on function, which is going to be absolutely busted, and I can't wait to see how it works out. But just in case you see this, that is what it is in reference to. Let me know down below, what do you think? Do you want to see Apex Legends Mobile come back? How would you feel about the Source engine being moved over to the Unreal Engine in a whole new game? And until next time, Legends, keep slaying in the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.